Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in Louisiana. Now this was a match that happened the other night when I was playing. I didn't really anticipate getting into Louisiana, but you know, sometimes you're waiting for a video or for a ship to come out and you just jump in something else. And I've been having a lot of fun in Louisiana lately, and yeah, this one's going to showcase just why I have so much fun in Louisiana. But, yeah, as we push to the right, we are going to have a couple of people nearby that could be potentially useful, but are going to prove that not so much. But, fortunately for us, the enemy is going to be particularly interesting in this one. And by that, I mean, you guys will just have to watch what they do. But, yeah, we're going to push off to the right side, try to put ourselves in a position where we can get close enough to use our airstrikes, while also maintaining some ability to limit who can engage us, right? Now, one thing that these airstrikes give you is just the ability to not necessarily have to ever put yourself in harm's way, right? We talk about this with carriers, we talk about this with the Dutch cruisers. Like, anything that has an airstrike potential can literally just sit there and like, wait. They have all day, right? If you don't want to push on somebody that has an airstrike, they don't care. It's not like with a battleship where if I just sit behind an island and you never push up, I don't get anything. This, as long as I got spotting, I'm going to hurt you. That's just the way it is. So this is a perfect example of that. So one of the best counters to these things is simply aggression. Right? We've talked about the Louisiana's biggest weakness, which is its raised citadel. If you get its broadside, it's pretty much guaranteed kill. And that goes for pretty much all the Dutch cruisers as well. If you let them do what they're going to do, they will murder you. So you have to be somewhat aggressive against them. Now, that's not always possible. Sometimes that's going to put you in a bad position, and you're not going to be able to be aggressive against them. But when that happens, you've got to make sure that you're staying aware of where the enemy airstrikes are going to be and try to protect yourself from them. But unfortunately, as we go to shoot to Des Moines there, he disappears for a split second, forcing me to shoot the island instead, and we can all agree that that's not preferable. Now, I want you to pay attention to a couple things. We have this cruiser right next to us, right? This cruiser is going to get himself into trouble. We've got a Colombo out here that's reversing away from us. Or going forward. I don't remember. I think he's going forward, but he's going backwards. Does that make sense? He's going forward away from us. How about that? Is that a better way to say it? We drop our torpedoes. He is actually going to dodge most of these, but he is going to take a couple. And those torpedoes are going to at least keep him off balance, keep him away from us, which is kind of what we want here. We don't want them being able to push up. Now, the enemy has 3 destroyers, 2 of which are going to end up in the same location, which is over here. And you can see they are capturing the base right now. And we have a Kleber next to us, but the Kleber, like, he goes all the way around the map just to turn around and come back. Like, I don't know exactly why the Kleber does what he does here, but it's very dangerous, right? Because if he goes out and gets himself caught, he's going to be in trouble. And you can see he's got the gearing spotted right now. And I would love to be able to drop the gearing, but I don't have my planes for another 30 seconds. So by the time I do get my planes back, he's actually going to take off. But this is a prime example. Like, if I just had my planes right now, this gearing's dead. And there's not really a whole lot he can do. Would he be able to potentially take off before my torpedoes drop? Maybe. But that would anticipate him actually being smart here. But now the enemy is going to push in, right? You got the Navarin pushing in. My cruiser is sitting here just waiting, right? The cruiser then decides, I need to go for the kill on the Navarin. And he just YOLOs out right in front of the guy. Broadside is all heck. And just gets immediately obliterated. He does drop a couple of torpedoes in the water, and the Navarin comes around the corner flat broadside to me, so I make him pay for it, and I hit him with the drop planes as well, so we get the depth strike on him. This is what we talk about, like creating your own crossfires. Like, that cruiser, all he had to do was not do what he did, and he'd be fine. But now, it's me versus these destroyers. Gearing gets spotted. We're going to go ahead and take a shot on him. And we're going to get very little damage, I think, here. But at least we've got him. We know where he's at, right? And to the credit of the Kleber, he has come back. And he is going to try to put himself in a position to be useful. Even if it doesn't seem like it at first. And you may notice I've been talking this entire time in chat. I've been trying to, like, get this Kleber and I to work on the same page. It's like, dude, I need you to be useful here. I don't need you to be a hero, alright? We just got to be smart. We got 2 destroyers right out in front of me, and I got no way to spot them. I need you to be able to spot these guys so that we can get rid of them. So he goes forward, he gets the gearing spotted. I have to wait until I can shoot him around the island. And in the meantime, the Kleber is absolutely punishing him. We get rid of the first gearing, and then that leaves the other one that's further back. Now, our guy is pretty safe at the moment, and it's at this point where we need to look for more potential for our airstrikes to go. Like, where can we use our airstrike? Well, Kleber gets the Colombo spotted for just a split second, and I just have to hold on a little bit. I know that the other gearing is here. I know that there's a good chance that he's going to try to push his way in. So we're just being patient, right? We don't want to force the issue if we don't have to. Our team is basically tied up with the enemy team. So any screw up at this point could potentially be catastrophic for the team. Now, again, I can't afford to waste the shot here. We have to wait until we have a shot that can clear the island, and we do. We hit him hard for about 5 grand, and the Kleber should do Kleber things, and he does. He easily eats it. But why does the gearing shoot me there instead of shooting the Kleber? Kleber doesn't have a smoke screen. It's not like he's sitting in a smoke screen. He was literally in open water shooting him, and he's shooting a battleship that's bow into him that's full health. Like, there's nothing that guy could do. Now, we get this torpedo strike away on the main as the main is coming around the corner. And again, this is the power of these ships, right? Like, I can affect a lot more than you realize, even if I'm not moving around the map. And we hit pretty much all of our torpedoes. I can't tell if that's a 6, but I think it was. I mean, the guy's beached himself on the island. So now it's time to start looking for ways to help our team other than just hitting the big guys, right? And getting rid of the critical player of the Des Moines seems like a good start. That will allow our Kleber to get loose as well. But we have to get rid of the Des Moines first. But I know that there's Colombo out there. I know there's a main out there. I don't want to push into that. It's a lot of firepower. That is literally 26 guns potentially shooting at you. So here we get a beautiful look, and I mean, this guy should have just been dead. I think we can all agree, like, you can't be that broadside to a battleship in a Des Moines and get away with it. He got away with it, but not for long because he's going to go down. But it's at this point that the main decides to push forward. Now, we have completely wrecked this man, so at this point he's not happy. You can see we are about to potentially get another airstrike, so we're just waiting for our time. As long as he stays spotted, we'll be able to do what we want. Once I'm happy with a airstrike solution, I get that, and then I start to reverse. Because why? Because I know the airstrike's not going to kill him. It's going to hurt him, but it's going to leave him with just enough to get away, and I don't want that to be a thing. So instead, we're going to put ourselves in a position to smash this guy as he's thinking about those torpedoes. Look at that. What'd I tell you? Just enough to get away. But it doesn't matter because now we're going to have our guns ready. Now, I could have fired the rear guns, probably killed him here. But unfortunately, I'm going to fire all the guns anyway. Because you can't just fire the rear guns in this game unless you, like, look away and look back. But you can see he gets a lot of damage on us. But at this point, there's only 2 people left in the lobby. I didn't care. Like, I'm going to kill you. You're not likely to kill me. And I'll take that trade. But that's the beauty of being able to hold on to your hit points till the late game, right? And as the Colombo's coming around the island, suddenly he's feeling very, very vulnerable. And our Kleber should have no trouble wiping this man out. You can see he is lining him up. He's got that little gap in the islands. He has put himself in a good position to intercept the Colombo as he comes around the island. And he doesn't even have to put himself in danger. He drops his torps, And I'm going to go ahead and get a shot around the island just to get as much damage as I can before the game ends. But I know that Columbo's toast. We do get another 10k, and then he eats all the torps and dies. So, again, like, this is why you can afford to play patiently in these airstrike ships. You don't have to be stupid. Like, you can let the enemy be as patient as they want. It's just going to lead to their demise. But top of the leaderboard, fun little game. Kleber actually gets third on the team, but he does get the dev strike. When a third of your team, I don't know if you guys noticed that, I dev struck the Navaran, Kleber dev struck the Columbo, Shima dev struck somebody on the other side. 3 out of the enemy 9 ships got dev struck. That's hard to win, okay? That's hard to win. If a third of your team gets deleted in their first time that they actually get into a fight, you're gonna have a bad day. Right? It's real hard to come back from that. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. This was a fun little game that I thought would be an interesting little filler before the update tomorrow. I will be trying to get the new stuff out as quickly as possible tomorrow. Depends on whether or not they end up dragging out the update until noon. But we'll see. But if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.